name's Gordon Ricketts. I'm director of the Arts Village and instructor at Bowling Green State University. I've partnered up in the last couple of years with a really great guy, Bill Thompson. We've led trips to the South Bronx, the Navajo Reservation, trips to Africa, student trips to Peru. Currently, because of Bill Thompson, we've been focusing on social work students, and because of me, my focus has been with art students, but we have taken philosophy students and language students, and really anybody that wants to go. This West Coast trip, it started out as an alternative spring break trip for students who didn't want to go to Florida and get stupid. They can go with me and drive around the United States. Our goal is to drive 6,000 miles in 10 days and to spend time in 3 distinctly different locations.
We left at, 6 o'clock in the morning, and we took a 15-passenger van all the way out to Arizona.
That's the farthest I've ever been from home.
We're coming up to Oklahoma now. I think everybody's really anticipating the excitement that we're going to feel when we cross out of Missouri and into Oklahoma. Okay, we are in
I'm glad we drove, even though it was rough at times and we got sick people, because I had never been that far, and so I got to see a lot of the country.
So we went through St. Louis, and we got to see the arch to the west, and then all the way down into Arizona.
And we drive nonstop straight through, and we wake up in the morning and our world has changed.
Then when we got into Arizona, the sun came up.
The most dramatic part was waking up to the sunrise and just seeing all the mountains around you. It's completely different than in the flatlands of Ohio.
There are trips that take you out of your comfort zone, and you're transported somewhere. There's a word for it, it's called a liminal space, and you're transported to this liminal space, and the only way to get there is going way far away and removing yourself from everything that's familiar. And when you get to that liminal space, then you're really capable of learning.
We wound up on the Navajo Reservation.
It was very rugged. There was dirt roads everywhere. There was no signs. It was just a dirt road, and Gordon pretty much had to guess where he had to go, so that was interesting to see.
Let's watch our bodies flailing around.
Let's not worry about it, guys. We're on an adventure. I'm starting to get frustrated.
I'm really confused right now.
This is the left fork. It says the left fork, right?
Is this the way to get to Pine Springs?
Yeah.
Just keep going?
Thank you. How's the road? Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
And then when we got there, it was actually really nice. There was pine trees everywhere.
We spent our first 2 nights on the Navajo Reservation with Francis and June Burnside. They were great. It was an incredible experience.
Everybody here? Okay, we're here.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Francis and June had a pretty big impact on me because I didn't know anything about the Navajo culture.
The Navajo culture is a very complex culture. It is one of the most courteous communities that anyone could live in. It's very comfortable.
They take from the earth, but they also give back. So it's like a mutual respect between man and earth.
was just a really nice chance to just say what you wanted to say and not have to worry about people judging you, because it was just it was out in the open.
I learned so much from just like hearing them tell stories.
Anytime you build a bonfire or a fire and sit around it, you are so comfortable. Why is that, you know?
Peacefulness is what we share and try to share with the students and the other visitors who come here.
When we were on the Navajo reservation, we had an opportunity to do what they call a sweat lodge.
It was a very spiritual journey, I think, and I really took it to heart because Francis let us set it up before.
6 or 7 guys, I think, did it. Basically, take off all your clothes, and then you get into this sort of like hut thing, like all blocked off from the sun.
Right in the very center of it is like a pit, and they put like hot rocks in it, and then they pour water onto it, and it steams up like a sauna. And it's very, very hot. It's extremely high temperature, and it's almost unbearable where you can't breathe. But at the same time, it pushes like your physical limits and your mental limits.
We went in a circle, and there were like certain things that we talked about each time.
It was really life-changing, to be honest. Like it was that epic.
It was very cool for me because Francis actually let me put in some of the rocks, which was special to me because my grandpa was a Cherokee Indian, so it meant something to me. So
I feel that when the students come here, if they can take a little of this with them, that it's a very important thing for them to have. To know that there are places they can seek out and find a connection with the earth, with nature, and realize that we can support each other and care for each other and think of the positive things about each other.
Take care of yourself, my son, my child. Watch every step you make and make sure that you keep yourself sacred. Honor yourself at all times.
You learn so much. We all learned so much of Francis and June's in the day and a half we spent with them.